Today's lecture will be about 6 thinking hats. What's the 6 thinking hats? Let's see. Look at this picture. It's a picture of 6 hats with different colors. We have a green hat, a white hat, black hat, red, yellow, and blue hats. What are those hats for? What is this strategy for? Let's see. Activity 1. Look at your book, Chapter 10, searching for the answer of the following question. What's STH? What 6 thinking hats? It's a teaching strategy through which there is a constructivist approach in teaching and learning that provides a diverse and innovative learning for all children. Here, it's a strategy for teaching. The teacher uses this strategy for what? To make some kind of innovation, to make some kind of working of your brain, working of your mind. Your mind should work, should think creatively and in an innovative way. Also, it is the ability to make connections and to find solutions through critical thinking and problem-solving skills. In response to the widespread interest of developing children's thinking and learning skills, specific interventions have been found constructive in improving children's thinking and intelligence. So our main focus those days to do what? To create generations who are thinking, people who are thinking, students who are thinking in a different way, in a creative way, out of the box. You should think creatively, you should think out of the box, not a traditional method of thinking. Who is the creator of this strategy? He's called De Bono. De Bono introduced the 6 thinking hats, a parallel thinking process which allows thinkers to simplify thinking by dealing with points consecutively and carry out a switch in thinking. So you will think in a different way. While wearing a different color, you will think in a different way. Let's see. Through the application of STH, it's said to aid the creative state of mind and stimulate learners to think and control learning. Activity 2. Look at your book, page 134 to 135, to find out the benefits and demerits or the challenges of 6 hat strategy. Do this in 10 minutes, then go to the next slide. Of STH. Through the application of STH, it's said to aid the creative state of mind and to stimulate learners to think and control learning. It promotes collaborative thinking, sharpens focus, facilitates communication, enables thorough evaluation, improves exploration, and fosters creativity and innovation. What else? The STH technique is encouraged to support both the teacher and class to think creatively in tackling problems. So what we are keen to do is to create creative thinkers, creative students who think creatively in a non-traditional way, as we the challenges of implementing STH in our classrooms. As we are accustomed to do, anything in this world has merits and demerits, has challenges that may obstruct us or may hinder us to do it or to implement it in our classrooms. What about those challenges concerning STH? Thinking tools may be a way to improve teaching. They are very time consuming. It takes many times. Okay, so it can be uneconomic way of teaching. Student thinking, knowledge and understanding of STH, teachers' knowledge and understanding of STH, and time constraint, preferences in implementing the STH. What we mean by this? Some teachers can't apply STH, can't understand it well, so they can't implement it well. Also students. So they all those can be called challenges of implementing STH in our. We mentioned what STH, what are the benefits of STH, and also what? Also we mentioned the challenges of STH. Let's see why STH, why we should use STH in our classrooms. As one of the requirements of the 21st century to create prominent students who are able to think. Thinking skills, tools such as the six thinking hats are implemented in the classroom to do what? To equip students with the skills needed for metacognitive processes. Not cognition, we are searching for now metacognition processes. In employing thinking tools into the inquiry-based classrooms, teachers and students are set to confront their own notions and explore new things instead of learning by notes. Now, students are ready to solve problems, ready to inquire all times, ready to answer questions. What else? Beside all those benefits we mentioned, besides training their thinking, training their mind to think, what about the atmosphere of learning? What about the environment of learning? It will be a joyful and beneficial learning. Develop critical and creative thinking. What else? It's a joyful and beneficial learning. Education, as the Scaffersman defines, consists of two main goals that are transmitted to students. The first goal is the transmitting of subject matter and acquiring of basic knowledge, which is known as what to think, while the second goal, how to think, involves critical thinking. So we have two main goals of education, which are what to think and how to think. And our strategy, which is STH, based on how to think. It trains you to know how to think. Definition of critical thinking: it's an active process, as its distinguished elements include metacognition. Let's see the sub skills of critical thinking: metacognition, information processing, analyzing, and problem solving. Take care of those parts, those sub skills of critical thinking. So while thinking critically, you can do all those processes: metacognition, information processing, analyzing, and problem. Those six hats. What every hat refers to. Let's see. The white hat. What it refers to. The white hat calls for information known or needed. When you ask for white hat thinking, you are asking about information is needed, what's available, and how it can be obtained. Okay, so while wearing the white hat, you want to ask for just facts. What is the information you will build up your your own hypotheses or your own critical thinking. Yellow hat explores the positives and probes for value and benefits. The yellow hat role is for discussing only the positive view of problems and possibilities of solution. The black hat deals with what? Difficulties and problems. The black hat is logical, very logical and critical judgment. Why something may not work. Spots the difficulties and dangers. The black hat points out what can't be done. The hope is that the black hat will prevent us from making mistakes. Red hat deals with feelings, instinct, intuition. The red hat signifies feelings, hunches, and intuition. When using this hat, people can express emotions and feelings and share fears, likes, dislikes, loves, hates. They don't need to justify their statements. Just tell us their feelings. Just only tell us their feelings. What about the green hat? The green hat is the focus of creativity, ideas, possibility. The green hat is an opportunity to express new concepts and new perceptions. People can generate alternative solutions or courses of action, put forward possible explanations or hypotheses, create new scenarios or future states, generate the last hat, which is called the blue hat. What about the blue hat is managing the thinking. It gives us the conclusion. The blue hat deals with controlling the thinking process, sometimes given to one person who controls which hat will be worn, hence controlling the type of thinking being used. So while wearing the blue hat, you will comment on the thinking being used, asks for conclusion, decision. So in brief, the white hat calls for information, while the red hat provides opportunity for expressions. Just as the sun shines brightly, the yellow hat symbolizes the positive points, whereas the black hat, which is negative hat, involves detecting problems and critical judgment. Then the green hat and blue hat, which focuses on creativity and manages the thinking. Also here in this screen, the white hat, what is the current information on the actual problem? The red hat, how does everyone feel about the current situation or problem? What about the yellow hat? What are the positive aspects of the current situation or problem? What about the black hat? What are the negative aspects of the current problem? Green hat, what are new creative ideas, alternative in solving this problem? Concerning here, you may have a little more feelings here, so you may wear the red hat again. How does everyone feel now after thinking in different way, in positive way, in negative way, after wearing different colors like red, like yellow, like black and green? Then you may wear the red hat again to think, to feel what's your feeling now. Then the blue hat, which is the final one, what conclusions or summaries can you make? Here there is an example. You can read this example to guide you. The problem here is job hunting using Edward de Bono's 6 thinking hats. It's a problem. One is fired from his job. Let's see how can we deal with this problem using all those hats. Let's see. Okay, you can read it yourself as a guide to you to do an activity. Activity 3. Try thinking of a problem and solve it wearing the 6 thinking hats. Next time, next lecture, I want to hear from you how you deal with a problem using the 6 different hats. Thanks for listening. See you next week. Goodbye.